Hey everybody, welcome back to Tinker and Toil. I'm Justin Johnston, and here is my latest project. I just got my snowblower out. It's the first time of the year, and it seems like every year I have to do a little bit of something to it to get it running again. You know, the gas sits there for the entire year between uses, and even though I put a little bit of treatment in at the end of the winter before I kind of park it for the summer, it seems to always need to be kind of drained and fresh fuel put in. So let's get to it. Here, just to show you actually before we do that. So this one has an electric start. I've got it plugged in. You can see it's got the primer, it's got a cutoff, and down here is the choke. There's the throttle. And you know, right now I have it set kind of all the way over to full throttle. Put this all the way full choke. Push the button here. It's just not even trying. I haven't even opened the garage door because I know it's not firing at all. But let's take a look and we'll see what the issue is. First thing I'm gonna do, put some fresh gas in it. We'll see if it just needed a little bit of gas. Who knows? It probably. Nope, needs more. All right, so typically what I find is that the carburetor, which is over on this side, carburetor typically has bad gas in it. So I'll bring it up in close here in a second, but right there is a nut that if you just unscrew it, the carb will drain. And you can drain whatever fuel is out of it. It's not like cleaning the carb, but right there, these nuts, that nut in particular, I think, well, I think that one holds it on. I think it's just this nut right there. You just unscrew it a little bit and you'll be able to drain the fuel out of the carb. And usually it's just bad gas because it's sat there for so long. So let's find out. All right, so got the 10mm socket. It's almost always 10mm. I don't know why. I guess that's why it's a joke that these things are always missing. So I'm just going to drain a good amount out of this carb. It doesn't really smell bad, but it just smells like normal gas. But, you know, for whatever reason, this seems to make a difference. Drain a little bit out. Let's look in here. Let's see if I see anything. It doesn't look dirty. Not sure why it seems to always be a thing, but seems to. All right, let's see if that made it work here. Prime it 3 times. Full choke. to do one-handed. All right, well that worked. Worked well. Got my driveway snow blowed. The first real snow of the season here in Pittsburgh. And one thing I noticed as I was driving it, it always wanted to like push to the left. And I think the reason is this tire, or maybe it was the other tire, one of the tires was flat a week ago, and I couldn't get it to seat. I finally figured out that if I wrapped a ratchet strap around it, I could get it to seat and take air. And now I think I've got the two tires, one is flatter than the other. I think this one must have a little less air than this one, because it was trying to go this way. So I'm just gonna add a little air, I think, to this tire. Should straighten it out. All right, so I just used this air compressor. You can get this at Home Depot. You can actually get these compressors pretty cheap. Like I think a good air compressor is like 99 bucks, but you can even get a cheap one for like 49 bucks at Home Depot. And then you can get this kit. I think I paid 19-ish for this kit. Comes with air hose. You can see I've actually gotten 2 of these kits. Check the tire pressure. It's got a gauge here. You can check the tire pressure. A little blower, which is real handy for blowing out carbs, that sort of thing. All right, I'm going to test this out and see if it runs straight now that I've put a little bit of air in the tire. All right, you guys see, that's straight. Push this down and it'll go, let's see, you can see the path I made. It starts to curve just slightly still. It's much better after adding air, but you can see it's still got a slight, once turn to the right. I think I've got more than enough air. So what I'm going to do is actually pull some air out of the tire on this side. I'm going to get my tire gauge. All right, I got my tire gauge here, and I'm going to just take it and let's see. I'm just getting a little bit of air out. Let's see how that does. Better. It's almost straight now. It's at least not something, it was a little bit of a fight for me to snow blow my driveway. Alright, I got it pointed straight. Yeah, so we're almost there. Got a little bit more air and it should be running straight. We'll try that. These are small tires, so you don't have to, let out a ton of air.